It's time. Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Keeper on the channel. My name is Bernardo Cisneros, and it is December 1st, Christmas! I am becoming like Buddy the Elf, screaming, Christmas! Santa! Even though I'm 23 years old. I'm an adult. I'm fresh out of college, but yeah. But today's video, it can be a great start in the month of December. That is, I'm going to show you my extension viewing for the month of December. I did the previous two videos for the month of October and November, so link below if you want to check that out. But even though it's not November or October already, it's December, the month of Christmas, which is that makes it Navidad. So I have a couple of films to show you guys that are my extension viewing for the month of December. That these are films that I revisit every December because they're great movies. They're a little bit of horror. There's some action. There's some animation. There's some family friendly. There's comedy. It's all and it gives you pleasure as well. There's a variety of December film that is Christmas related. That these are films that make me cozy and warm and feel good and feel safe. You know what I mean? These are films. These are films that just make me happy. I got my Christmas, mood. I got red and green. I have a Christmas, Santa hat. I'm wearing a nice, Sunday clothes, if you will. But yeah, it is time for us to be nice, okay? Let's not be naughty here, okay? Because we don't want to be a naughty list. We don't. Let me fix that. Yeah, that's better. So let's get right into it because I have a lot of titles to show you guys. First one, right off the bat, it is Gremlins, directed by Joe Dante. This is a horror film that takes place in Christmas Eve. So this is I love this movie. I really do. I love the practical effects. I love everything about this movie. The rules about the dad telling him, do not feed him, do not feed him water, do not feed food in midnight. Yeah. There's some rules. And no sunlight. So yeah, this film is so much fun. It's an essential viewing for me, even though it's a horror related. There's some creepy moments. My grandma does not like watching this movie. My grandma would rather watch a nicer movie. This is not a nicer movie. There's some chaos going on in this movie, and this movie gets dark for a moment when I believe the main character crush a girl who was telling the backstory about her father trying pretend to be dressed up Santa for her. She tells at this very dark backstory that was like, I was shocked. I don't know how old when I first watched this movie, but I was shocked by that, how dark it goes with this movie. Even though this is about Gizmo, this adorable little creature can do something that can be dangerous. Really enjoyed Gremlins. I love this movie. I got this 4K steelbook. There's Spike in the back right there. Yeah, I love Gremlins. This is an essential viewing for me. Arthur Christmas, honestly an underrated animated movie starring James McAvoy and other British actors that I love, like Hugh Laurie, Bill Nighy, and James Broadbent, Imelda Staunton, and yeah. This is a film made by Artman Studio. This is a 3D animated movie as well. I saw it in theaters. I was a kid. But this is an underrated gem. This is a film I revisit a lot that just feel very cozy. It's a nice, delightful little film about Arthur who trying to get this Christmas gift that's being left behind and trying to get that Christmas gift to a person that the person want for Christmas. But it's all about race against time, and people tell him Arthur that it's not gonna happen, you're not gonna make it because sunlight is coming up really soon. It's all waste against time, trying to get that Christmas gift to the person that, to the person house, and it's a really fun movie. It's not like perfect by any means, but it's a really fun movie. I really enjoyed this. The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen. This is a nostalgia, viewing for me. I remember watching this movie when I was a kid on, TV on the ABC Family every time. This film has been played so many times, and we're gonna get a TV show. I believe at the time of recording, the show is already out on Disney Plus. But also honorable mention to Santa Claus 2. The third one I'm not gonna talk about because the third one is not great. It's not my favorite, but The first two though is very nostalgic and they're fun movies. I mean, the first film, we got to see Santa Claus die in the beginning of the movie, and then Tim Allen take over, character taking over as Santa Claus role and duty. Yeah, these are fun movies, really really fun, nostalgic. Every time when I want to watch some Christmas movie, I want to watch something very nostalgic to me. That's the first two Santa Claus movies. Just some fun movies. This film is among of everybody's favorite list. I do love this movie too, but it's not like my favorite, in my top 10. But it is The Nightmare Before Christmas, directed by Henry Selick and produced by Tim Burton, based on the Tim Burton story. This is a great stop motion animated movie. A lot of people say it's a Halloween movie. I mean, it can be both, but this is a Christmas movie in my opinion because it takes place in the month of December and leading up to Christmas Eve, and Jack Skellington trying to be, be Santa Claus, and it's a fun movie but really dark as well. And I love this movie. I love the music. I love everything about this. This is an essential viewing for sure. And an iconic film as well. This is like among favorites. Yeah, but it can be done. It's a great movie. That's what I'm trying to say. Many adaptation of the Christmas carols. Like it could be anything. I had the live action. I had the George C. Scott version, but I really want to check out the other versions of the Christmas Carol. But I really do enjoy the George C. Scott version. And I have the Muppets Christmas Carol, which is iconic, and I have the Mickey's Christmas Carol. So any adaptation of the Christmas Carol can be work perfectly. I do own the Jim Carrey one, but it's not my favorite to be honest. I do own that. But these are my favorites so far that I watched. I wasn't a big fan of Scrooge to be honest. I saw the Blu-ray because I know I'm not gonna see that movie again. But these are obviously a Christmas Carol is very iconic. Well-known story. We all know and love. So yeah, there's countless version of Christmas Carol, but these are the ones that I have currently own. I do own the Jim Carrey, like I said. But yeah, this is an action movie, but it is a Christmas movie because it takes place on Christmas Eve. That is Die Hard. GPKA. But yeah, this movie is awesome. I mean, Alec Rickman, the villain. Hans Gruber, one of the best 90s villain ever. I love that villain so much. He is so captivating to watch, and played by the wonderful late great Alan Rickman. We all know as Professor Snape, but he's also known as Hans Gruber. I love this movie. Bruce Willis is a badass in this. It's a Christmas movie because it takes place in Christmas. Love Die Hard. It's just as entertaining. Once in a while in December, you want like an action movie, like a manly movie, if you will. I love Die Hard. I really do. Also, I'm a big fan of Die Hard 3, which is a great sequel starring Samuel L. Jackson. Die Hard 2 is but I have not seen the fourth Die Hard, but I have seen the fifth Die Hard, which kind of sucks. It sucks. But the original is still remain the best of the best in the franchise of Die Hard franchise. Bruce Willis is very charismatic and badass. Like I said, I love this movie. I really do. I revisit this movie. It's a Christmas movie, and yeah, Die Hard. Die Hard is badass, and Die Hard is awesome. And Hans Gruber is the best villain ever. So yeah, Die Hard. It's an essential watch for the month of December, even though it's an action focused movie. 90s action focused movie, but it takes place in the month of Christmas, even though it does not nearly focus on the theme of Christmas, but it is take place in Christmas Eve. Like right here, like the synopsis. Bruce Willis is John McClane, a New York cop who flies to LA on Christmas Eve to visit his wife at the party on her company lavish high rise. You see that? Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas movie, okay? There's no argument right here. This is a classic. This is a iconic TV special that is a Charlie Brown Christmas. A wonderful, cozy, delightful, charming, relaxing short. It's a beautiful TV special. The animation is wonderful. What can I say has already been said. It's a beautiful, beautiful TV special. Just a wonderful, perfect background noise that everybody can watch, all the family can watch, because it's a chill and relaxing special. And it's iconic for a reason. The next of the essential viewing is any Rankin Bass Christmas specials. My favorite in particular is the Year Without Santa Claus. I love this special so much. Obviously, the iconic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and Santa Claus has come to town, the origin of Santa Claus. But my favorite out of the whole Rankin Bass is always going to be the Year Without Santa Claus. That's the special that include He Miser and the Snow Miser. It's an iconic piece of music. Love Rankin Bass. Anything to do with Rankin Bass is always gonna hit home for me because I grew up watching them on ABC Family every December. They bring a big smile on my face. I love the stop motion, like the good old days stop motion animation. Love everything about this special. These are special. I'm going to show my future kids if I ever get married and all that. I will show them because they're really fun to watch and really short too. Just iconic. Like Rankin Bass, anything with that special with Rankin Bass is just iconic. The next two are Christmas comedy classic. The first one is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Jon Favreau's starring Will Ferrell and the late great James Caan, Elf. Both fantastic, hilarious, just hilarious films. National Lampoon Christmas Vacation was written by John Hughes, and yeah, it's like so good. There's a lot of relatability into this because there's a moment in the movie that all the relatives are coming to visit their home, the Griswold home, which is so relatable because I never liked the fact that my mom invited my uncle to our house. It's very relatable. Like that moment alone is very relatable when all the grandparents come to visit their homes and stay there for Christmas vacation. It's relatable and it's a nightmare. I love that moment in the movie. Basically, Clark Griswold, all he wanted to do is make Christmas vacation perfect. He wanted everything to be perfect. All he wanted is spend time with the family, but at the same time he was waiting for this paycheck, this bonus that he'd been waiting for. It's a classic. I love this movie. It's hilarious. It never gets old. And as for Jon Favreau, Elf is iconic. So many great moments that Will Ferrell just every time he's on the screen, it literally brings me a big smile on my face. It's a fish out of water story. He is an oblivious to everything. I mean, it's hilarious but wonderful at the same time. It's so much fun. Santa! That iconic moment. I love this movie. Elf is great. I'm so glad that these two got a 4K release because I sold my Blu-ray copies. But yeah, these are like staples, like essential. Now the next couple of films are what are not only is staple for me, but like these are like essential viewing for me. I had to revisit them every December without fail. Like so far, I've been doing great. Like I revisit them every December without fail because I love these movies. They're amazing film. But the first one is a guilty pleasure, and that guilty pleasure is Jingle All the Way. Put that cookie down. It's hilarious. Yes, it's not a great movie by any means, but it's so much fun. All we see about this movie is like Arnold Schwarzenegger character. He's just trying to find this Toberman doll for his son for Christmas, but at this point it's already too late because Toberman doll is sold out everywhere, and it's the hunt. He's just want to get that Toberman doll before it's too late. And I love this movie. It's stupid, it's fun, and Sinbad is hilarious. And this kid who became Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace, he's not good. He's not a good actor. But whatever, it is what it is because he became Anakin Skywalker. I forgot the kid name. I love this movie. It's hilarious. It's stupid. It's fun. It's iconic. I mean, come on. It's Jingle All the Way. Put that cookie down. These two are part of the original and remake collaboration. We got the original Miracle on 34th Street and the remake Miracle on 34th Street written by John Hughes. I love this movie. I love the black and white version and I love the remake. The remake is this remake is one of the better remakes out there. It's fantastic. Both of the films are fantastic and wonderful story. It's a wonderful story. It's delightful. It's charming. It never gets old for me, especially the original. I love the original. I love the feeling of the good old black and white movie. Starring Natalie Wood. It's great. It's wonderful. It's iconic and classic. It's well known. But I actually prefer the remake more, to be honest. Starring Richard Attenborough, brilliantly played by Richard Attenborough. Oh my gosh, his performance. He just light up everything. He just makes me warm and happy and safe. And obviously, we known him as in Jurassic Park. Why am I blanking his name? The character name. John Hammond. There you go. Obviously, we known him as John Hammond in Jurassic Park, but also known him as Santa Claus, Chris Kringle. There's a moment in the scene that just makes me happy when there's this young little girl who is deaf, who cannot speak, and Richard Attenborough character, Chris Kringle, doing a sign language to that little girl. That scene always gets me. It always gets me to the feels. It always brings me a big smile on my face. I love that scene so much. Like, look at this. This man's smile warms my heart. I love this movie. It's wonderful. It's written by John Hughes. That's a lot of heart, delightful. Cause this is what I do. I do a double bill between the original and the remake. I love both of these, but I actually prefer the remake more. So, these two are essential. Also starring Matilda. With I forgot her name. Mara Wilson, thank you. Yeah, just wonderful, wonderful films. And this film has nostalgia because I love the 90s. I love the 90s feel. Yeah, these two are essential. Talk about classic. Home Alone 1 and 2. Not the sequels, not the rest of the films. Only the first two. Okay? Only the first two. Obviously, I'm not going to say much with this film because we all know what these movies are. It's iconic, it's classic, it's stable for me. I love this movie. I grew up with it. Yeah, this film means a lot to me. I need to get Home Alone on 4K. I need to get it on 4K. But when am I gonna get the sequel on 4K? Home Alone 2. Come on, Disney. Yeah, I love everything about this movie. I love it so much. So many iconic scenes, so many of my favorite scenes are in this movie. Yeah, Home Alone. It's what else can I say? It's been redundant. It's been done for. It's iconic. Lastly but not least, I saved the best for last. That is Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life, starring the wonderful James Stewart and Donna Reed. This movie is a masterpiece. It's wonderful. I love this movie. It's iconic. It's a beautiful movie. I cannot wait to see this in theaters. I already bought my ticket. I'm seeing it in theaters. But this is gonna be awesome. I love this movie. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna say much because we all know what this film is. You know, It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic for a lot of reasons. I got the 4K steelbook, which is very nice. I got it for $10 on Amazon. I love this relationship. I love how George Bailey go through, how he's having like a midlife crisis like going on. He wanted to go out, but he couldn't. He had to stay behind. It's a beautiful story. It's heartbreaking at times. It's wonderful, no pun intended. But yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. I forgot to mention two Christmas movies. The first one is the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, directed by Chuck Jones and voiced by the wonderful Boris Karloff. Love that. I revisited that a lot. But the other one I forgot to mention, Klaus, which is a animated movie that's released on Netflix, starring voiced by J.K. Simmons, Jason Schwartzman, and Rashida Jones. Is not iconic. I would say it's an underrated gem that people need to check out. And just wonderful. A film that deserved to be in the Criterion release as well. Love Klaus. I did a video about Klaus. That would be me telling why this movie is a masterpiece. Link below. So yeah, those are two Christmas movies I forgot to mention. There you have it, guys. These are my essential viewing for the month of December. A lot of great Christmas movies that I love. What is your essential viewing? I would like you to know. And yeah, have a great day. Take care.